So why do you want to do a heart healing ritual for balance? Do you feel sick? Have you had a recent heartbreak? Does your life feel like it's in a little bit of chaos? Do you have too much to do? What's going on? So when you think about those things that don't feel like they're in balance, that's what you're trying to focus on with this meditation ritual, however you would like to express this intention. Sometimes it's just decor if you're more of somebody that's not like super woo-woo, but you just like to set the mood and you like to have a little decor space representing heart healing and balance. That's perfectly fine too. So think about your intention. How spiritual do you want to get with it? Do you want to create a grid? I'll show you later a little ritual that I would do. So as you probably already know, I like using crystals and stones in my rituals. So I'm going to show you some examples of things you can use if you want to add this to your ritual or if you need to pick up some items to help boost the energy for you. Rose quartz. If you've never seen rose quartz before, it's a pink colored stone in the quartz family, a little bit translucent. We have selenite. By the way, the reason why you would use rose quartz is to enhance motivation, release stress. It's going to help you to clear your mind of like just past anguish, pain. If you haven't been feeling well and you've been like feeling like you're getting sick, rose quartz is going to be the stone that's going to help boost your immune system. Selenite, you're going to use that obviously for cleansing, for mental clarity as well, divine information, bringing lots of detoxing and purification in your space, especially if you've been having negative feelings, arguments, stuff like that. It helps to just purify the space. Kunzite is another great stone to use to help bring balance because it's going to help to connect the heart with the mind so that they're in communication with each other and they're on the same page. So especially if there's been a little bit of trauma in there, or maybe you've been overthinking things too much, that's going to help to clear those pathways. Another traditional stone used for breakups is chrysoprase, and that is going to help you to be more adaptable and have self-esteem. So a lot of times when there's like some sort of loss or there's just like too much going on, you really need a shift in your either like your perspective or your energy so that you can either wind it down because you've been doing too much or find a way to make things happen because you're almost at the end of a project and you feel like you're gonna like collapse. Let's bring some balance before that happens. Kyanite is another good stone to use. It's gonna help you to not be connected to past attachments, to things that no longer serve you, and just like kind of like psychic attachments, like especially if you're trying to let go someone who you were dating, or maybe it's a family member, or if you've had a loss and you're having a hard time like letting go of this person or even a pet, and it's like it's really just like draining you, that like attachment, kyanite's going to be really good to help release those attachments. So you have all of these different stones as totems of intentions when you set up your grid, your altar, or your decorative space to represent your intention. Some people may choose to just wear the stones and carry the energy with them throughout the day. So it's fine to essentially grab the stones you're going to use, set the intention, and then if it's like in the jewelry case, you're gonna, after you set your intention, you wear them. And I'd probably wear jewelry for up to a week before I cleanse them. And the way you wanna cleanse your stones without using like water or sunlight is, honestly, you could just take some sage, Palo Santo, or incense and do like a little clearing. And again, set the intention for them to clear. Another thing you could do is you can place them on selenite to recharge. Black tourmaline and shungite also does the same thing. So if you place a piece of that right in the middle of your stack of crystal bracelets, that'll help to clear their energy. Moonlight is another safe outlet because you get that indirect sunlight, and it's, you know, not as potent as direct sunlight that will definitely fade your stones over time. What else do I have to tell you? So I like using stones. I like to combine the elements. That is also like a intensifying aspect of a ritual for me, because intention is first, and then I'm going to like accentuate, like take it to another octave of my intention is I'm going to utilize the elements and the senses to make my desire, make my goal have more life, give it more direction. And so with the stones, we are covering the earth element. Through fire, you use a candle, or the moment that you strike a flame to light an incense, sage, or Palo Santo as part of your ritual, that accentuates the fire element. You have the air element when you utilize essential oils, incense, sage, Palo Santo. If you don't have any of that, but you have a favorite cologne or perfume to wear, you can use that to help accentuate your intention through the air element. Water. If you just gave yourself a bath and you are freshly clean, that is a way that you are activating the water element. If you don't have time for that, you can get a little cup. I have a little chalice that I picked up from like the thrift store, and I put some water in there. And at times when I'm in a rush, I will put my essential oil in there to just, you know, make sure I'm covering all the elements and I cover all the bases, you know? Then I close my eyes, clear my energy, make sure that I feel like the energy is flowing, and like, you know, my vessel is as open as it can be. So, you know, widen that light inside. And then when I'm ready, set my intention, hold my hands there over my little space, setting that intention. And when I feel like the energy is like locked in, then I can release my hands. If you're not really sure, your hands over it until you feel like your hands are like ready to fall. And that's kind of how you know when you're done activating the little setup that you have there. So bask in it for a little while. Enjoy the energy that you're bringing to yourself. Let me know how it goes for you. Behind me, I have all of the goodies I'm going to use for my little ritual. And one of the first things I decided to pick out was a Tara statue. She represents peace and balance. I have a pink candle, rose quartz tower. And I'm going to start forming these into like a triangle shape. The pillars are kind of representing like the points, candle being one of them, selenite tower. And then in between, I'm going to add a kunzite, kyanite, chrysoprase, and two of my favorite stones. I love apophyllite. I did a little twinned piece because I want one to represent the heart and the other one to represent balance. And sunstone to help me, you know, shine that light. So I'm going to put those in the center. I'm going to stack the sunstone right on top of my apophyllite. And then I'm going to get ready. I'm going to activate the air. We got the earth already going. Oops, I forgot the water. I am freshly bathed though. That'll count. Especially since I dolled myself up. I'm feeling beautiful. Energy's right. I'm ready to go. So let's go. Cleanse and purify. Cleanse and purify. And I like to add a little bit of extra goodies. We're going to use some salt. Doesn't have to be perfect. Salt is for cleansing and purification. Use rose petals for love. And I gotta throw some lavender in there because I gotta keep my mom right. And peace. She's so pretty. I love it already. Okay, so clear my vessel, bringing in light, breathing, bringing in the light through the center, expanding the light. Feel that my vessel is ready. I'm going to light the candle. We have all earth, air, fire, and water activated. Just feeling the energy, feeling the way that it moves. Feels good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and set my intention. If the energy didn't feel right, then I would rearrange my stones. As I breathe in light, I breathe in divine love into my heart, activating every cell of my being. As this light pours in, it clears and purifies all that I am. I trust that I will follow my instinct, my intuition, to guide me into situations and decisions that are for my highest good. Add anything else that you feel is necessary. Hold your hands over your altar, your sacred space, sacred intention, or jewelry. Be with the energy until you feel your hands release. Give thanks and enjoy your sacred ritual. Thank you for watching.